Today is Wednesday, Parashat Toledot. We're learning the Halacha Pesukaf in Chok LeIsrael. And the second portion here, Halacha Pesukah says, Ezeu Rachil ze sheto'en dvarim ve'olech mize leze ve'omer kach amar peloni, kach ve'kach shamati al peloni. Person who gossips is a person who goes from one person to the other and says, this is what this person said, this is what I heard about this person. Afal pishu emet, even though it's something that is true. Hareze machriv et ha'olam, through that gossiping, it is as if it is destroying the world. Yesh avon gadol mizeh, and there is a greater sin than just gossiping. Ad me'od ve'hu bichlal lavzeh ve'hu lashon hara, and is included in this negative commandment, and it's speaking evil, speaking negatively about another person. That's called Lashon Hara. Vehu hamsaper bignut chavero. Somebody who says something negative about another person. Af al pi she'omer emet, even though he's saying the truth. Aval ha'omer sheker, if he was saying he's not true. Nikra motzim shera chavero. That's the person who says something untrue about another person, that is negative, that's motzi shemra. It's worse than Lashon Hara. It's libel, and that's even worse. So we have three levels. There is gossiping, which is asur, Lashon Hara, which is saying something negative about another person, even though it's true, that's Lashon Hara. And saying something that is untrue is the worst. Aval ba'al Lashon Hara, ze sheyoshev ve'omer, ka ve'ka asa piloni ka ayu avotav. Somebody who's a habitual person of Lashon Hara, this person sits and talking, and this is what this person did, this is what his parents were, this is what I heard about him, and he's saying something that is negative. And on this, the Pasuk says, Yechret Hashem kol siftei halakot, Lashon medaberet gedolot, in Tehillim, speaks about how these lips and tongue that speaks Lashon Hara should be eradicated. Amru hachamim. Chachamim, our sages said, Shalosh averot nifraim min ha'adam ba'olam hazeh ve'en lo helek le'olam haba. There are three sins that a person is punished in this world and he has no portion in the world to come. Avodah zara, idolatry. Gilui arayot, which is promiscuity. Ushfichut damim, and murder. Ve'lashon hara, and lashon hara, evil speech, keneged kulam, is equal to all of them. Ve'od amru hachamim. Our sages said, anybody that speaks Lashon Hara, it is as if he denied Hashem. The Pasuk says, Pasuk says, when the people speak Lashon Hara, then mi adon lanu, they'll get to a point of saying, who's our master, who's our creator? In other words, they deny Hashem. God Amru Hachamim, our sages said, Shlosha Lashon Hara horeget. Three people Lashon Hara can kill. Ha'omro, the person who says the Lashon Hara. Ve'amekablo, and the person who listens to Lashon Hara and accepts it. Ve'zeh shene'emar alav, and the person on whom the Lashon Hara is being said. So the person who's saying it is definitely at fault. The person it's being said about, there's a prejudice being created on that person. That's also very bad, because he's not going to have a good reputation because of Lashon Hara. And the person who listens to Lashon Hara and accepts it is also at fault, because the person who accepts it is who allows in a certain way for the person to say Lashon Hara, because if nobody would listen to Lashon Hara, the person would never say Lashon Hara. He needs an ear to hear it for him to say it. So the person who accepts Lashon Hara is also at fault. And the person who listens and accepts the Lashon Hara is, in a way, even worse than the person who says it. Because the person who says it, if he had nobody to hear it, to listen to it, he wouldn't say it. So he enables, in a way, the person to say that Lashon Hara by lending an ear to it. So it's avirat that we have to be very careful with. It's something that is very common, even if it's not blatant Lashon Hara. It's what's called avak Lashon Hara, the dust of Lashon Hara. Certain things that on the surface may not sound as negative, but they insinuate they hint, they insinuate, they could be understood to create a negative aspect on the person that is being spoken about. That's also not permissible. And Lashon Hara is very, very common, as we're saying, and to be very careful with it. And as we read here, that the person who lends an ear to Lashon Hara, in a way, has even a greater sin than one who says it, because he enables and allows the person to say Lashon Hara that way. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.